Good afternoon. Thank you for coming out. Now, they gave me 5 minutes to tell you something I know. 5 minutes probably an error, but so what do I know? Honestly, I don't know what I know. I think I know story, so we're going to start with that and see what happens. Now, story is the control of an audience's expectation, so their expectation can be reversed, so the audience can be surprised. Now, that is a mouthful. It's very difficult to try and explain, so let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me go to an expert. All right, there you go. E.M. Forster, big-time writing dude. And this dude once said, story is the king dies and then the queen died. And plot is the king dies and then the queen died of grief. Okay, honestly, that doesn't help us at all. I'm not interested in either one of those events because it doesn't surprise me. There is no reversal of my expectation. Okay, but I think, like telling me the queen died, all right, or died of grief. I get it. I would have guessed that anyway. But if we tweak it a little bit, I think we can get a little surprised. Watch what happens. The king was murdered and the queen immediately married his brother. Now we have surprise. Now we have a story. For the English teachers in the room and the senior English students in the room, now we have Hamlet by William Shakespeare. But now we do not need to be William Shakespeare writing some epic play in order to want to control or be able to control and reverse our audience's expectations. We can do it with a single sentence. There's a sentence. Each one of your brains now has an expectation about what is going to come next. There you go. Those of you who laughed, you did so because that reversed your expectation and your brain was happy. It actually put happy chemicals into your brain. Life is good. Now, our brains love this type of surprise, but not just comedic surprise. It loves other types of surprise. Anybody know what that is? Anybody? Thank you very much. Well, a psychologist at Duke, she got a whole bunch of these things, and she put them into two piles. She called them groups, okay, but you get the idea. There's group 1 and group 2, and she exposed group 1 to this, a block sitting on a little ledge, and a hand comes in carrying another block, drops the second block on the first block, hand goes away. Now, these are 4.5-month-old infants. Group number 2 saw almost the same thing with one difference. The hand bringing the block in left it suspended in midair and left. All right, now what's fascinating about this study is these are 4.5-month-old infants. They don't know anything yet. They couldn't tell you about gravity. They could not tell you about support. They can't tell you anything. I've just had a 4.5-month-old infant, I know. But the ones who saw that image on the bottom, this one down here with the suspended block, they stared at it for an average of 14 seconds longer than the ones on top. When our expectations are reversed, even as babies, our brains become more engaged. But this doesn't go away when we grow up and stop being babies. It stays with us throughout our entire life. Here is the opening play from this year's Super Bowl. New England Patriots' first play. Their all-world quarterback, Tom Brady, arguably, out of almost 7 billion people on the planet, this guy's the best at what he does. He has already played in 4 Super Bowls. He's won 3 of them. And right there, he made a total rookie mistake. Okay, he threw the ball the one place he could not possibly throw it. He threw it where none of his teammates were. The officials call a penalty. It's called intentional grounding. Because he was in his end zone, the Giants get 2 points in the ball. So how does this expert make that mistake? Let's look at the play again. Well, right here you see that the Patriots come out. They have 6 down linemen. Those are the dudes with their hands on the ground. What they are telling, this is a formation they typically run from. They are telling the Giants, we're going to try and run the ball. Now, they're lying to the Giants. Not viewpoint appropriate, but they don't go to viewpoint. So they lie to the Giants because they know they're going to try to throw the ball deep downfield. The problem for the Patriots is this. The Giants already know the Patriots are going to throw out of this formation. They've been practicing for it all week. So they make it look like here, they're going to defend the run. But as soon as Tom Brady snaps the ball, they all drop back to defend the pass. So as Brady backs up and looks for receivers, he is just like that baby staring at a suspended box. He can't make sense of what he's seeing. And he pauses and he stares at it. And that pause is just enough time for the defense to get to him. He panics and he makes a total rookie mistake that he hasn't made prior, that I'm aware of, earlier in his career. So why do we care about this? Why do we care about any of this? Well, I can tell you I care about all this because reversing expectations is the key to effective teaching. But that is a conversation that would take way more than 5 minutes, and it probably only interests me. So why should you care? Why do you care about story? Because everything we've just seen, it's not about story. It's about how you succeed in the future. Okay? Reversing expectations creates success. One day, you're going to be done with school. You are going to go out into the real world and you're going to have a boss. And that boss is going to want you to do something. And we'll call that something Z. And if you give your boss Z, that's all you give your boss will not be impressed. Your boss expects that. That's why you were hired. It is your job to give your boss Z+. Now, the trick is the boss cannot actually tell you what Z+ is. And an additional complication is you don't get to choose what plus is. The boss's brain does. So if you can create this positive surprise in your boss's brain regularly, the sky is the limit. You will achieve all your dreams. It doesn't matter to me where you are in your career. You can be on the first day of the job, or you can be the best in the world at what you do. Reversing expectations is the secret to your success. And it doesn't matter to me how big the thing is you're working on. You can be doing something as small as working on a single sentence, or you can be doing some massive project. Reversing audience expectation is the secret to your success. Okay? If you do this, you will achieve your dreams. You want to achieve your dreams. We started out asking, what do I know? The only thing I know here is that you want to achieve your dreams. That's all I know. And I want you to achieve your dreams too. That's why I became a teacher. So, will you please do me a favor? Now that you know about expectations, will you please go out and live the life of your dreams? Because that is the story we all want to see. Thank you.